Welcome back to the channel, you Kurd nerds. I know, last video, we didn't really give the PBY a fair shake. Even though it's a seaplane, I absolutely love seaplanes. We didn't really give it a fair shake. I really appreciate the comments that were put down below that video, giving people a better idea of how to use the PBY. So today, we've got another seaplane. We're gonna be dealing with the PBM. We're gonna talk about what's good about it, what's bad about it, what it's intended to be used for, a little bit of its history, and we're definitely going to touch on the fact that it's got some pretty big blind spots with its tail gunners. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And here we have it, the PBM-1 Mariner. The PBM-1 Mariner came into service in the 1940s. It does come equipped with two 1,600 horsepower radial engines that, believe it or not, don't overheat at war emergency power. But it came into service, as we said, in the 1940s. 10 U-boats were sunk by PBM Mariners, which is an absolutely amazing rate. I mean, that's a lot, okay? The U-158, which was sunk near the Bermudas, was also taken out by a PBM. Mariners in the Americas were retired in 1956 when the last squadron, well, inevitably retired. The PBM does come equipped with a large amount of gunners. You've got 1, 2, 3 all mounted around the fuselage. You've got one tail gunner, and then you've got another one mounted on the nose. All of them being equipped with 12.7 millimeter machine guns, making it a very well defended bomber, especially in this battle rating of 2.0. Let's get into the numbers of the PBM-1. So, stock. The PBM-1 does have a max speed of 330 in arcade and 317 in realistic. Fully upgraded, that goes to 369 and 346 respectively, with a max altitude of 6,200 meters. Its turn time sucks. Doesn't matter if you upgrade it all the way, its turn time sucks. So, arcade, completely stock, you're looking at a 30-second turn time. Realistic, you're looking at 31-second turn time. Fully upgraded, that goes to 28.1 and 29 respectively. And a climb rate. This is about the only thing that actually gets mildly impressive given its starting climb rate. The starting climb rate of the PBM in arcade is 4.4, along with 4.4 in realistic. But when you do upgrade the PBM, you're going to start looking at an 8.1 meters per second climb rate in arcade. But in realistic, it does only go up to 6.0. We've got to maintain some level of realism here, right? All of these stats come with a 1,200 meter takeoff run. Yeah, you heard that right. A 22 ton flying boat has a 1,200 meter takeoff run. That's impressive for such an absolutely massive flying boat. And as these bomb bays start to open, it's a great time to talk about what bombs can be equipped in the PBM-1. You can get up to 12 100-pound bombs, coming to a total of 1,200 pounds of munitions. You've got up to 6 250-pound bombs, which is what is currently equipped right now, that is more than enough to take out any base in this battle rating. And there they go, and they are going to take out that tiny little base down there. So don't be worried if you haven't upgraded this thing all the way to bring out its biggest and baddest bombs. You can accomplish taking out bases with its 6 250-pound bombs, coming up to a total of 1,500 pounds of munitions. But it can obviously equip more. You can get 6 500-pound bombs with 3,000 pounds total. You can get 2 1,000-pound bombs with another 4 500-pound bombs, a total of 4,000 pounds. Then you can obviously just equip 4 1,000-pounders, and you can get all the way up to 4 1,600-pound bombs, coming in at a total of 6,400 pounds of munitions, which is more than enough to take out a base. Now, we did talk about the gunners just a little bit. Let's get into a little bit more nitty gritty about them. So with the nose gunner, you've got 400 rounds before needing to reload. With the dorsal gunners, again, you've got another 400 rounds before needing to reload. And with the tail gunner, you're coming in at 350 rounds, all shooting 750 rounds per minute, just like any other 12.7 millimeter or 50 cal for those of us in, the United States. Now let's recap with a nice little list of pros and cons about the PBM as we continue to dive to try and put this thing on that dirt runway over there, given that there are no water runways on this map. So it is quite maneuverable. As you saw in the beginning of the video, we were doing all kinds of loops and almost knife edging the thing. It is pretty maneuverable for its size, and it can outrun some heavy fighters and even some of the slower single engine fighters. It does have an appropriate speed for its size. All right, it can carry a very large payload of bombs, as we saw when those bomb bays were open. There is plenty of room. All right, and if aimed properly, these tail gunners, dorsal gunners, nose gunners can be quite deadly. All right, so try and use them as much as you can. Upgrade your gunners so that they can take out any of the AI or even possibly actual players, right? It does have a pretty good defensive coverage, all right? And as I've said multiple times, using war emergency power does not overheat these giant 1600 horsepower radial engines. All right, it does have a pretty large fuselage with a lot of empty space. All right, that means it can take rounds and the plane won't even notice. You can take all kinds of rounds all which ways and it's not going to hit anything important. One of the problems it does have, though, is the gunners aren't very protected. The glass isn't bulletproof. For heaven's sakes, this tail gunner, he doesn't even have any glass. He's completely out there in the open. All right. So the gunners are pretty easy to be taken out. It doesn't have any armor. It obviously lacks a belly turret with it being a giant boat. All right. And with its very low climb rate and very bright paint scheme, this thing is a sore thumb out there in the battle. You're gonna get spotted, especially in things like realistic and simulator, where people are looking for the bright paint schemes. They're looking for the bombers. They're looking for those giant, slow aircraft that are easy to take out. And an absolute butter landing. So there you have it, your in-depth review of the PBM-1 Mariner. And if you enjoy this in-depth reviews of these aircraft in Warthunder, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're on this platform that has that bell icon so that you can get notified every time we make a new video reviewing yet another wonderful aircraft in Warthunder. We're starting out with the American tech tree, trying to do reviews of all the aircraft through all of the tech trees, and let me know what you think I missed about the PBM. What do you think I should have included? What do you think I got wrong? What's your opinion on the PBM? Do you still use it? Do you still play in those low battle ratings? Do you want to come hang out on Twitch sometime when we play with viewers? If so, make sure you follow the links down in the little description and come hang out. Other than that, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, keep it cheesy. Is that what we say here? I think we keep it cheesy.